Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Panalee. Today I'm going to present you about Allow the World in 8 Today. Furious Fox was a handsome man with a silver bed. She all daily activity were reading newspaper and playing a card game called Whist. Furious Fox lived alone in mansion. He employed single butler. The only requirement of Fox butler was perfect promptness and regularity in his work. On the different morning, Fox was waiting for a new butler. With a frog that's perfectly sealed in his chest, and there was a knock at the door. A man entered and introduced himself as Jean Passepartout. Passepartout was a Frenchman from Paris. He had been a singer, a horse rider, and tightrope walker in the crisis. 5 years ago, he had come to England to seek a quiet life as a butler. Meanwhile, Fox went to the Reform Club. As they began playing, Thomas Flanagan's asked, "Have you heard about the robbery?" Skilled detectives have been sent all around the world to catch the robber. "That's silly," says Stuart. "So, you think the thief will get away just because he can circle the world in 3 months?" says Flanagan. "In 80 days," said Fox. "Yes, in 80 days. But that doesn't take into account bad weather, shipwreck, and train accident," says Stuart. "I have 20,000 in a saving account that I will wager for," Fox says calmly. After that, Fox went to his bedroom and called for his butler to pack him back. Where are we going, monsieur?" asked Passepartout. "We are going around the world in 80 days." A few days later, London chief of police was sitting in his office at 9 o'clock in the evening. Suddenly, the chief was handed a telegram that read, "Suez, Egypt to London. London Chief of Police, Scotland Yard. I have found the bank robber, Furious Fox. Quickly send an arrest warrant to Bombay, at court in India." Fox ordered Passepartout to be at the train station by 8 past meridian to catch the train to Calcutta. Passepartout entered a beautiful pagoda at the top of Malabar Hill. He didn't know Christians couldn't enter Indian temple, or that even Indians must remove their shoes before going outside. Suddenly, Passepartout was knocked to the floor. He found himself being beaten by 3 angry priests at 8 and Meridian on 22 October. The 10th of 15th mile past Rochelle. There was a gap of 50 miles between where the train had stopped and Allahabad. Fox then hired a local Farsi man to guide them and the elephant to Allahabad. Next day made a procession of Brahim coming way. Behind them was a cart carrying a statue of the woman with forearms and hand trunks sticking out. Then came another cart on which was the dead body of a very old man. "This is a tree, a human certificate. She will be burned tomorrow with her dead husband, who was Putelson," said the guide. "We will save her," said Fox. Then the man picked up the woman and ran down the smoking path, drove the cow to Fogg. As they traveled toward Allahabad, the woman Auda was dead from all the dark. One on the train to Calcutta, Auda became conscious with tears. She thanked the man for rescuing her. As Fogg left from the train, he was greeted by several policemen. The policemen took them before the judge. The judge told Fogg and Passepartout that they were being charged with the desecration of the native train. I offer bail. I will pay it at once, said Fogg. The trip from Calcutta to Hong Kong would take them 10 to 12 days. The boat moved so slowly that it would reach Hong Kong 20 hours behind schedule, but the captain had some good news for them. The Carnatic had a broken boiler, could not leave yesterday. Fogg sent Passepartout to the Carnatic to buy 3 tickets to Yokohama. Passepartout made me the fig in front of the Carnatic. Fig invited him through a torrent for drink. Fig put the dog in Passepartout's drink without being noticed. Angry, Passepartout took his drink and instantly went to sleep. As Passepartout did not come back by the next morning, Fogg decided that they would have to leave without him. Meanwhile, Passepartout wrote to the Carnatic, which was just about to leave after he woke. He knew he would have nothing once he reached Japan. Passepartout went as home feeling worried about how he would survive after working alone for 2 days. He saw a car holding a sign written in English, but the car decided to use him as a clown. Passepartout's first performance with the long nose was at 3 past meridian. During the performance, the long nose for a human pyramid that reached all the way the siren. At the pyramid reached the siren, Passepartout saw 2 familiar faces in the audience. Passepartout, is that you? Asked Fogg. It's me, monsieur. Across America. The train tracked that stretch between Omaha and San Francisco include danger, such as flatbed, warring Native Americans, and angry Mormons. 3 days later, as the trains passed through the Wyoming territory, they suddenly heard savage cry. The train was under attack by white Sioux natives. Others under attack. None were dead, but 3 were missing, including Passepartout. Living or dead, I will find him, said Fogg. A mile in the distance, they could see Mr. Fogg marching with a group of soldiers, as well as Passepartout and the other 2 passengers. By noon, they crossed the Pratt River, and less than an hour later, they stood at the train station in Omaha, Nebraska. But the steamer, the China, had left for Liverpool just 45 minutes before they had arrived. He saw a mid-sized ship that was puffing steam. Fogg boarded the Henrietta and met the captain, a tall-looking man named Andrew Speedy. So Fogg paid the captain £2,000 for each passenger to travel with him to Liverpool. By docking at Queenstown, they could take a train to Dublin and then a fast-boat to Liverpool, thereby gaining a few hours. The express train to London had left 35 minutes prior, so Fogg ordered the special train to leave at 3. It was 10 minutes to 9 when they stopped off the train in London. Phileas Fogg jumped into a cab and calmly said, "Take me to the Reform Club." One more minute, and they would be the winner. At the 57th second, the door opened as the clock ticked on its 60th second. Phileas Fogg stepped in and said, "Gentlemen, here I am."